Today we're going to be testing solutions to equations. So we're going to start with an equation and we're going to test different options for solutions for our variable to see which one makes our equation true. First, start by writing your equation. Now we are going to test out values for p to see which value makes our equation true. The first value for p that we are going to test out is -3. In this step, I have replaced our value of p with -3. So we had 3 minus p. So here we have 3 minus -3. Over here we have 4p, which means multiply. So we have 4 times -3. Now we need to use order of operations to evaluate each side of our equation. So I'm going to work on the left side first. Here we have an oopsie. We have 2 negatives, which means it's actually adding. So we have 3 plus 3, which is 6. Here, a number outside of the parentheses means multiply. So -2 times 6 is -12. So on the left side, we end up with -12. Now we need to evaluate the right side to see what we get. So over here, 4 times -3 is -12. And then we need to add 10. -12 plus 10 is -2. So our final equation shows -12 equals -2. This is not a true statement. We have a false statement, which means p does not equal -3. We are now ready to test our second value. Our second value is 0. So I'm going to replace our p with 0 this time. So here we have -2 parentheses 3 minus 0 because p turned into 0. And over here, instead of 4 times p, we have 4 times 0 plus 10. Working on the left-hand side, 3 minus 0 in the parentheses is 3. -2 times 3 is -6. Working on the right-hand side, 4 times 0 is 0. And then we have 0 plus 10 is 10. We are left with -6 equals 10. This is a false statement, which means p does not equal 0. We are now ready to test out our third value for p. We have -8. So just like in the other examples, we are going to replace p with -8. So here we have a double negative or a minus a negative, which means we're really adding. So 3 plus 8 is 11. -2 times 11 is -22. Here we have 4 times -8, which is a -32, plus 10, which is a -22. -22 equals -22 is a true statement, which means p equals -8.